Hi, welcome to Geterbrewed. Today we're going to look at the Brew in a Bag starter kit. The reason we think that you're going to want to watch this video is you want to get into brewing beer and you want to jump straight into all grain brewing, but you don't want to do it on a large expense. So you want to do it on a budget and you want to buy equipment that'll grow with you if you actually enjoy the hobby. Which we think is a very rewarding hobby. So what I'm going to say to you is we'll go through the component parts, then we'll very quickly look at how you do a brew in a bag. We will follow up with future videos actually doing the brewing process. This is just showing you the equipment. It's taking you step by step through why you should choose to buy a Geterbrewed Brew in a Bag starter kit. Okay, so Brew in a Bag starter kit, there's three elements to it. We've got the hot side, which is the Pico Boiler and the copper chiller. We've got the ingredients, we've got then the fermentation side of things, which is the fermenter and the associated accessories that you're going to need. Let's look at the Pico Boiler really quickly. So we'll take the lid off. The Pico Boiler, you'll see inside, it's a food grade heat tolerant plastic with a stainless steel 2.4 kilowatt heating element inside it. The reason we use Pico services is it's guaranteed, it's been safety tested, CE, kite marked, all singing, all dancing with professional equipment. We do not recommend people start taking kettle elements out and putting them into inappropriate sized or quality plastic bucket. This is boiling hot, sugary wort. You don't want to get this wrong. Safety has to be important, so that's why we use Pico services. So it has a graduation marker up the side here. It has a heat tolerant tap. It's designed then obviously to take a nylon bag. We have a nylon bag. We've had these bags specifically made for this setup. We've championed Brew in a Bag as a budget way of getting more people into brewing beer from scratch. So this fits just really, really snugly onto the Pico Boiler, and it's got sufficient space that allows you, if you see internally here, sufficient space to take the weight of the grain that you're going to put into it. So that's the Pico Boiler, that's the nylon bag. All our ingredients are packed fresh to order, so if you get malt, the malt's crushed the day that it's packaged for you. If you get hops, they're in environment proof packaging, they're nitrogen flushed, they're weighed out, they're put in, depending on the kit, little hop tea bags. Just premium quality, the latest harvest available, super fresh. So if you're wanting to make a hoppy pale ale, which this is, it is going to be a hoppy pale ale. It's going to be impressive. So hops are in the little resealable tea bags. Your malt's in here. You'll get a little pack. A lot of people ask what this is. This is a Werflock or Protaflock tablet. It gets added 10 minutes before the end of the boil. And we use Lalaman premium yeast in our ingredient kits. It's sprinkled on to the wort once you've cooled it down to fermentation temperature. We then have the fermenter side of things. We use siphonless fermenters. The reason we do that is less chance of infection. We're putting siphons in and out and less chance of getting it oxygenated. So you'll see here, all our buckets are 33 litres. We've upgraded them in size. We use a premium quality plastic. We have a rubber grommet on here and a bubbler airlock. Whenever you've completed your production of your wort and you put it into the fermenter, you half fill your bubbler with water. What that allows is the CO2 created by the yeast eating the sugars to escape, but doesn't allow oxygen to get in, so it keeps it protected and safe. So I'll just set that to one side. This kit, a bottle brush for cleaning bottles, a beer paddle for giving your wort a good mix before you add the wort. We have a spirit thermometer. It's always good for checking temperatures in your mash and also in your wort, and just gives you flexibility of having a second thermometer. From when it comes to packaging, we have a premium quality capper and caps. Look, we have capped thousands and tens of thousands, probably countless amounts of caps with these cappers, and never had any problem with them. There's a reason we use them, is that they don't let us down and they're good quality for you at home. Caps, again, we co-own our own brewery. We supply breweries all over the country. We understand what the difference is between a cheap cap and a quality cap. Everything in these kits are quality, so they last for you for years to come, and you have hundreds of brews without any issues. Stevenson Reeves Hydrometer, It's not the cheap Chinese ones. It's manufactured in Scotland. It actually has the little plastic vessel that can double up as your trial jar. Inside has instructions which teaches you how to take a hydrometer reading. Hydrometer readings are basically telling you the sugar content of your wort before fermentation, and then you check the sugar content after, and you can use any number of brewing calculators that are available free online to work out the percentage ABV of the beer is that you created. So really important little piece of kit to have in the starter kit. Sterilizer, you'll hear me banging on all the time with how important sterilization is in brewing. So we provide you with a free 100-gram sterilizer. Just make sure everything that touches the wort that you're creating is sterile. That includes the scissors that cut the yeast packet, includes all the equipment, includes just everything that touches it. If you get the sterilization right, you're 90% of the way there. We have a LCD stick-on thermometer for the fermenter, so that just attaches here. Allows you to monitor the temperature of the liquid and to let you know basically once you've transferred your wort in to the fermenter if it's at the correct temperature to pitch the yeast or not. So you just peel the back of that off. It's sticky and stick it onto the fermenter wherever you want to. Then we move to the tap. I had said to you that we use a tap system as opposed to a siphon. So we drill the buckets in-house, and that makes this a real snug fit, and you'll see there that we put 2 rubber seals, one's for either side. So one goes on the outside of the bucket, one goes on the inside. The reason we add 2 is just to prevent leaks and provide that extra safety measure. This then is a bottle filling stick. So if you've put your tap onto your fermenter and you put your bottle filling stick on here, the tap, another nice little point about having the tap on the fermenter is that it draws off above the sediment level. So any sediment that's created during the fermentation process sits below here. So it means when you're drawing the wort off for packaging that it's not getting sediment in there and it's not getting disturbed. On off, it actually says on the little tab, so switch it on, switch it off, and just by moving. If you pop your bottle over the bottle filling stick, this is spring mounted. Once this hits the bottom of the bottle, flow will start, and take it off once it's full and flow stops. So that's why we use a siphonless fermenter. It just means that everything has less risk of infection and it's easier to use for you as the brewer at home. So I've very quickly went through the fermenter there, so I'll just take this to one side and show you the ingredients. So ingredients do come with instructions. So you'll have an instruction leaflet on the malt. Whenever it comes in the package. It has the name, it has the mash temperature and the fermentation temperature. On the hops, it has the name of the hops, the quantity of them and the time at which they're added, and you've obviously got your fermentation temperature there for your yeast. So look, what we would encourage you to do is if you have any questions to reach out and ask us. We want people to brew successfully and consistently, and I keep saying that time and time again. The reason we want you to brew successfully is if you're happy and if the quality of the beer, wine or cider or whatever it is good, and you give it out to your friends and family, you'll come back to us time and time again. We value you. We really appreciate your custom. That's why we set up starter kits, so that people can make great beer time and time again. It's in our interest to be invested in you as our home brewer. So thanks so much for watching today, and if you have any questions, I look forward to hearing from you.